Hey, today I'm going to share with you 5 tips and tactics so that you can have a more productive sales team training, because like it says there, better training creates better results. Right now on the front.
Thanks for tuning in to Lead the Teams, The Front.
Yes, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in and join me today. My name is Mike Phillips and I will be your host. This is The Front, and today I'm going to be talking about sales team training. Now, a quick reminder for sales training, for motivational tips, and to level up your leadership, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss anything. Every company needs sales to produce results, generate revenue, and have long-term sustained growth. So that's why sales training is important. And there are a lot of really good sales trainers that may have different styles. They may have different techniques. People like Grant Cardone that uses a more classic approach and has some mechanical closes to be able to have his sales come to fruition. Or people like Tony Robbins that use a more psychological approach to steer the direction of the potential client. Or people like John Maxwell that, because of who they are, they use their influence in a positive manner to direct the customer to the outcome that they want. So the first thing I'm going to share with you today, you have to do your research ahead of time. If you're the one implementing the training, you need to do the research to be versed on what it is that you are training. If you're hiring an outside source to conduct a training program, you need to see what their past results are. A crummy training program will produce crummy results. And if it's a good training program, unimplemented, it will not produce the results that you want. So you need to check references if you're bringing someone from the outside. It takes due diligence on your part, whether you're wanting to train yourself or whether you're looking to train a sales team. You need to dive in and do the research on what is it that they're training. Does it fit our culture? Does it fit our style? And what are the previous results that this training program has produced? The second thing is you've got to participate and train yourself. You have to continue moving forward. You have to participate in training sessions. You have to vet it. Once you've done the research, you have to vet the training and make sure that it really is a good fit. You have to actually put yourself through that process, because you will not be able to hold people accountable if you don't know what is being taught. You need to stay ahead of the curve and continue training new things. And you may think to yourself, well, I'm not on the front line. I got promoted, so I'm not that person doing sales anymore. Let me give you a tip. Management is sales. Management is selling your sales team on your way of doing things. And for you to be able to sell your sales team on your way of doing things, you have to know the process. You have to know what's being taught. You got to know the program to create the accountability in your organization. And accountability will create more respect from your sales team to you. The third thing here, then after you've done the first two, you train your staff and you insist on their attendance. Everyone that a training program is relevant to should be in attendance and participating, from the front line sales staff to the middle management to yourself, at least for the first several sessions of a new training program. Then when you do that, you're able to have engaging conversations with your sales team, because they can talk to you about what was discussed in the training session, the training module, whatever it may be. And they can ask if there are questions. Hey, why are we doing this way? You can provide the reasoning behind it. People want to know why they're doing something. And sometimes they may have a really good idea to implement a change that you hadn't considered. And by being fully integrated into that training message, then you can evaluate it together and decide what is going to be the best approach to integrate that new piece into the system. Then they'll feel more value because you're using their idea. The fourth tip today is you got to be consistent. It can't be a management whim that we think to ourselves, well, gosh, we're going to do training every day this week, or we're going to go out and pay for a new sales training program and we're going to implement it. but then by next Monday, you've decided, well, yeah, I didn't get a lot out of it, or, oh, it's just reminding me of the things that I forgot. And so it's relevant to you, but not to me. When you do that, then people don't see the value in the training program. So you've got to invest in it consistently. You have to make time. You need to set an actual schedule. You need to write things down. You need to test your staff and yourself. When you do that, when there's testing involved and you're willing to participate, it shows everybody in your organization that that sales training program is important. The fifth tip today is you've got to be able to make the time to connect with your sales team and allow them to give honest feedback. Now, this is especially important if you're the one that's conducting training sessions. If it's you, if you're a manager or a leader in your organization and you're the one creating the training program, you have to just listen at this point to what their feedback is. Ask for it and then allow them to speak. And they may need you to take a different approach. If you're consistently doing classroom training, change it up and go on a field trip style training. If you're consistently the only person participating in training, change it up and bring in a guest speaker that is going to have different verbiage and different training styles. And if it's an outside training source, then you need really good feedback. You're already going to be making an assessment yourself as to if this is a program that is right for your organization that you want to continue. But you're going to want feedback from your sales team if they're gaining knowledge, if they're getting more confident, if they're picking up new skills so that they can more effectively sell. And like we talked at the beginning, make more money for your organization. That's the whole goal behind sales training, is to produce more sales, produce more results, produce more money so that your company can flourish. So do me a favor, if you haven't done it yet, please share the video with somebody that you think would gain something out of this. I would sure appreciate it. That's going to bring us to a close for this episode of The Front. Thank you so much. And until we speak next, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. We'll talk to you soon, everybody.